Welcome to a product review. Another Carpuride unit for a car. So as ever, when I do product reviews on this channel, I only review products that I think may be of some interest to yourselves, my viewers out there, or people who watch this channel, or who search and find it, or for my subscribers. So if you've been watching this channel for some time and been watching some of the product reviews that we've been doing, you'll notice we've got a really good partnership with Carpuride. Absolutely amazing company, and I've reviewed a number of their units. So I'll go into details shortly on what we've got here, but basically we've got the W903, and this has come at a fantastic time for me with my car situation, which I'll go into as we look at this. So I think what we'll do is we'll get into the box and we'll open the box up and do a bit of an unboxing and show you what you can find in the box. Right, let's dive straight in, shall we? Right, so we've got some foam packing. So again, this is the box here. So it comes really well packed up. So I'll just put that there for the moment. Oh no, I can't put that there at the moment because I'm opening it, aren't I? So we've got the main unit, and one of the reasons why I've said I'll review this, I'm super excited about a brand new feature what Carpuride have brought in on this unit, which I'm going to come to very shortly. But when you see it, it's got the wow factor. So something really special. And will you say that? A bit more packaging. We've got what have we got here? We've got a dash mount. So these normally have the it's got like self-adhesive on it. And the great thing now, as these units are becoming more popular, instead of this dash mount being rigid here, if you look, it's got a bit of flexibility to it. So that's really good. And again, I'll show you in a bit how this clips onto the unit. And we've got a self-adhesive mount for it in here. So again, it's still the same mount as they've been using for some time. And what we've got here, we've got the sucker mount, the window mount. So again, if you've been watching any of the reviews, you'll see these are good. So this is basically, it's got a thumb screw on it, and one here and one here. Just undo that. So you can mount this whichever way you want. It's adaptable, and then the mount twists on. I'll show you us clicking that on in a minute, because if you've not seen this before, it's quite important. We've got a unit here with all the various instructions in the manual, so it's all in English and it's not too tiny, small writing or anything like that, so nice and simple. We've got a aux cable, which I'll come to shortly as part of the review. We've got a rigid mount, again with a self-adhesive, so you could mount this onto your dashboard, and then this can be suckered on, and then it's quick removal if you wanted to. So that's what we've got here. Whoopsie daisy. Then we've got our 12-volt car plug. So I've got a power bank at the side of me here, so I'm going to plug this into the power bank, and we'll be firing it up shortly with a good length of coax on this. And amazing, this also comes complete with a reversing camera. I will be fitting this, not on this review unfortunately, but I will be fitting this. So this goes basically onto your boot or rear bumper. The camera can be altered to the position, and then this needs to go into your reversing light. So when you put the car into reverse, it gives the power and it will power up the reversing camera. It comes with a little self-adhesive pad for this and some mounting screws. So quite a lot in the box. But I think what we need to do, we need to now power this up, take a look at it a little bit closer up. So as ever, if you're interested in this and you want more detail, I'm not going to go through every single bit of tech spec, But if you want more details on this, do have a look down there in the description below, and you'll find all the details you need. As I say, I am quite excited by this with some of the new features on it, and there's one particular thing which I'm really looking forward to showing you. Okay, so we are going to power this up in a moment. One thing I forgot to show you, so on the cigarette lighter plug, your 12 volt plug, once you plug it in, there is also a USB here, so you can use that as a separate USB connector. So what we need to do now, we need to plug this into this power bank and fire up the unit. So you've got your mains power in, which is a USB-C. You've got the AV in, which is for your reversing camera. There's a TF card slot that records this, because this has got a dash cam built into it, which I'm going to come to. And you've got an audio out jack for it as well. So that's what your main powers, your main socks are. And this is the back of the unit. And again, I'm going to come to this camera in a moment, because there's something quite special with the camera. And turning the unit round so you can see what this is looking like. Okay, so to connect the unit to one of the mounts, this is quite a little bit different on this model here, and the reason being is there's a different on the camera, which we'll come to. But you've got your slots here and your slots on your mount here, and I'll just try and show you. This is not going to be terribly easy, but basically you put your mount in here and listen, click. The unit is then mounted really very firmly onto the mount. And to get it out, it is literally click and out it comes. That's a slightly different design to the previous models, and it is definitely a little bit easier to use. Also, the power in USB has now got a 45-degree angle on this, so this makes it even easier to plug into the rear of the unit. Okay, so we've now put the power on, and that was incredibly quick to fire up, wasn't it? Absolutely. That's probably one of the quickest units I've had so far. That's fired up like that. Okay, so this is a CarPlay unit. So you can take an old car and you can connect this to your existing radio. You can do it via Bluetooth, the aux cable, or FM transmission. So you can basically set this up so it hooks up to your phone, and then it talks to your radio. So again, let's say you've got CarPlay, you've got Android Auto, you've got the Android Cast. You've got the Wi-Fi video. This is obviously with the dash cam settings menu, which we'll go through in a minute. But the thing what I was so excited about with this is this has got a dash cam on it, and the dash cam now, as well as being built in on the back, and it's got a little swivel on the head. But watch this, watch. It can pop up and it swivels. So this is a really nice new feature. So we're going through menus here. This is a nice new feature with this unit, where the dash cam, you can find a position for it which will work in your vehicle. So say you can have it forward facing like this. So if you were say a taxi driver and you need to record passengers in your car, or even if you were a vlogger, you can use the camera forward facing or rear facing, and as I say, it is on a swivel as well. And look at that there. So isn't that's a new feature, brand new feature from Carpuride. Well done, Carpuride. So I'm not going to go through all of the features, and the reason for that is because I'm on an Android phone, so we will be setting up the Android section on this very, very shortly. I've just noticed in the back of the camera, this actually comes complete with a 64 gig, I don't know if that's going to focus in there, micro SD card. So it actually comes fully complete with the card, so you don't need to buy a separate card. Okay, so going through again the menus, you've got the home button here on your left hand side. You've got your screen brightness, which you can configure. You've got volume control here as well if you needed it. And this here is, I can't really show you this properly at the moment, I'll show you that in a moment, but this is showing you the camera, which we'll have a look at when we put this actually into the car. So again, this is, sorry, so as you will be gathering, I am in inside at the moment. So to get back to your home button, there is an icon here. So let's go through the settings on this first. So if we hit the settings button on there is no installation skills on this. There is nothing to wire in or anything like that. There's no, if you've got a car head unit, you don't need to remove your car head unit. You just literally mount this in. It needs a power supply, and then if you do want to put the reverse camera, you just literally just connect that up. Quite simple. So let's go through some of these. As I say, this is a first look at this one here. So we've got a general tab, a camera tag, and a system tag. A screensaver, you can turn it on or off as you need. Are we on a left-hand or right-hand drive car? So I'm going to change that to right-hand side. Split screen mode, you can do it full screen, split screen with different screens. Nice and simple on that one. You can alter the brightness. This is really nice. This has got the auto mode on it as well, which is a bonus. And then we've got assistive touch turn on, so responsiveness. You can clear all your connections if you want to. Cancel that at the moment. Then we'll go and have a look at the camera settings, camera format. So you can do it 1080p or 720. We'll leave that on 1080p. Recording resolution, again, you can do it in 2.5K, 720 or 1080. We'll leave that on to 1080. It's you don't need 4K as such or 2K recordings on here. Your segment duration is how long do you want to record on this. So we'll have that set for 1 minute, which will be fine. Do you want the microphone on or the microphone off? We'll actually turn the microphone on that, and you can record it with things. You can rear mirror image if you want to, which we won't need to have that. And that's the reverse calibration, which we've not got the reverse camera on there at the moment. Go to the system, language. We're in English, so this came pre-installed as English being default. Your tip sound on, so that's the little bleep you're hearing. Date and time. So as I'm recording this, it's the 17th, 18th of January. Yeah, the actual date's on there, and the time as I'm doing this now is 13:30. So this is quite nice. It's actually in the 12-hour clock, which I like. I much prefer that. So we'll do that, and we'll convert. Oh, it's here. So do you want it on 24-hour or 12 hours? Sorry, that was yeah, date and time. So yeah, that's a lovely little touch. That's perfect. So we just need to redo that. We're on PM, so I'm just going to do this because it's about 1:30 PM. And confirm here. You can do a factory reset, and this also shows you the firmware upgrade if you needed to do any upgrades on that. So really nice and simple to do. And I say that fantastic prop-up display, and it's got such a sleek, fast, responsive screen on this. Absolutely amazing. Back to the home button. The audio output is where we can decide. So the minute, because I'm recording this inside, we're doing it on the speaker. We can do it on Bluetooth. We can FM transmit, or we can use the auxiliary. So you would connect this to your Bluetooth system, and then the FM, you will choose which frequency you want to do your frequency to. So you basically tune your radio into 89.6 and this will transmit to the radio, or you can do it as the aux button. And obviously if you've got these connected, the internal speaker won't work. And this is the playback. Obviously we're only sort of been playing with this at the moment, and you can see just some of the clips as I've been setting up. This will bring you out. We've also got the icons up here. We've got the Bluetooth icon, a Wi-Fi icon, your SD card, and we've got a little red indicator, and you can see it here, which is indicating that the unit is actually currently recording. Okay, there is an app for you to download if you want to use your phone to connect to your video clips from the dash cam. So to find that app, click the Wi-Fi video. Here you've got instructions, and down here, if you can see, there is a QR code to download the app, which is called the Vidor app, and the password, the default password, is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly download that app. I'm set up onto the Android Auto. So we're just going to confirm this, and we are going to now need to let the phone communicate and pair into my settings device. Again, I won't bore you with this. It's fairly straightforward on how to do this, and there is now a screen here which is showing you how to actually do this. So if you've not done it before, just follow the on-screen prompts. As I say, you can do the Apple system, the AirPlay system, and you've also got the Android Cast on this as well, and obviously Bluetooth music. So this is now found the Carpuride. So we need to click this here and basically pair it up onto the Bluetooth. And that'll now connect up for us. There we go, all in. And off we go. So I'm actually on a new phone here, so we just need to set up various permissions and everything. Require permission to access cards. And again, we just need to work our way through with the setup menu on the phone here now. Hey ho, super quick. So just needed to grant some permissions on the phone, and that's Google Maps loaded up. So you can just see I've just was shopping at Lidl before earlier. So we've now got screens here with some things that have been going on. So this is some Spotify tracks that we've had, and again you can click the menu down the bottom here. This will bring up the apps that we can load up and use. So again, these are all nice and simple to use. So I use Waze quite a lot. So so these are some previous locations. I can go on to split screen, and then if I wanted to, I can load up let's pull that back onto there. That's on Spotify, which is absolutely amazing. I love Spotify. We can hold down the "Hey Google, tell me a joke."
A bit of silliness coming right up. What do you give a small black insect with heartburn? An antacid.
Oh dear.
By the way, time you can also press and hold the mic button on your steering wheel to ask me anything.
Okay, so again, this is showing you the apps that I've got loaded on my phone. So like we've got BBC Sounds here. So again, we go onto here. We could go on to BBC Sounds here. Hey Google, play BBC Radio Manchester.
Streaming BBC Radio Manchester from the BBC.
This is BBC Radio Manchester. I can't play that because I'm going to get a copyright strike. But we can go here and, as I say, we can choose our other apps and things, what we've got. So a lot of you will know that I'm a big fan of Bandcamp, so we can load up Bandcamp. And obviously we've got the Spotify on here. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful. Zoom in and things like this. We can choose different tracks here, which again I am mindful of copyright material. Which we'll pause back onto there, and then if we want to go back to the home screen, click the icon down here. We can click the exit button, and then we can go into all your other features that we've got. So we'll come back, we'll have another quick chat about it, and then we'll dive to the car and have a look at this actually in a vehicle. Okay, so say my car. So if you're a follower of my vlogs, you will know that I've got a different car. So my other car, which is in the garage, has got the other Carpuride that I've been using, and as I say, we've been sent this new model, which I'm super excited. So the stereo system, this head unit cannot really be changed. It's all built in. It's an old FM unit. It's a good old fashioned CD player. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to turn the ignition on. And I don't know whether you can see, I'm just trying not to get too much reflex there. Straight away, this has come up, and obviously this is currently recording from the internal audio. So it's also, look, there you go, look how quickly this is fired up. Look how quickly that was. So this has got a screen protector on it. I've not pulled this off yet. I wanted to make sure that this would fit into this car. So with this being quite a narrow display, it fits absolutely perfect here. So that, oops, go careful. This isn't in use, that bit of black here on this car. And that built-in mount is going to sit there. Absolutely, look at how good is that. That's going to look absolutely perfect. And then the unit can be pulled up and down, left to right, and things like that. So yeah, so again, in the car here, and again you've got all your menus and things that we saw before. So what we're going to do, without any further ado, I'm actually going to go into the main menu on here, and I'm going to exit, and I've got two options here. I can wire this into the aux plug, which is in here, tucked away, or I'm going to tune it into the radio. And in my case, I've got another device, an MP3 player connected to the radio. I'm connected to 89 frequency on FM. A word to mention that this particular unit, you cannot use it to play audio from a memory stick or video. So the card slot is for recording from the dash cam footage. So I'm hoping Carpuride will be bringing out a new model very, very soon, which will mean that I can get rid of this little unit here that I have for playing my MP3s. Yeah, so, but that's for another model. So again, system, we're going to click the audio output, and in this case, we're going to go to FM. And again, I'm sorry you can't see the dashboard here, but I'm on 89.0, which we'll click onto here. and then we'll click the home button, click Android Auto, and all being well this will take a moment to connect. So simple, so simple. Let me just turn that off because of the copyright. So incredibly simple. So that's into here, and I can also,
if you be mine, I'll be yours. If you be mine, I'll be yours. If you be mine.
So that's just another track on here. And again, you can now use your, I'm being very mindful of the of copyright here. So that's working off Spotify. Sorry, I mean, I'm not, apart from the looking for the password, I've not even looked into the book, but you've got all the instructions here if you needed it. And again, we have connected to the thing. Right, I'm going to have to go because I've just got a dog having a dog walking next to me who's on a phone. The joys. Okay, brilliant. Right, so we're back on the unit. As I say, it's in the car at the moment. If I click here now, that's the it's showing you the camera, and obviously I can lift the camera up and make it a little bit higher and alter the camera. Sorry, I need to just do this with two hands. Hang on a moment. So this is now seeing what the dash cam's seeing. So again, it eliminates the need for a separate dash cam. So it's got the date up here. So it's now 2:13 p.m. The date as I'm recording this is Wednesday the 17th. And we can click here. We can stop the recording and things like this. We can click the back to the home button. We can click the playback button. And again, this is now asking us to do a playback. So if we want to look at some of the videos that we've caught, so obviously we're not moving, but there's the playback on the unit. Okay, so I think what we need to do now, I think we need to head for a bit of a drive and do some recording, see what the dash cam's like. But just so simple. Okay, so the Carpuride 903, W903. This is it all connected up here. Absolutely amazing. I showed you the camera that lifts up here. So if you now imagine this is on your dashboard, the camera is pointing through your windscreen, acting as a dash cam, but you can also reverse turn the camera around. What I'll try and do, it's not going to be very easy for me to do this, but I'm just going to go to the okay, so there's the dash cam. I don't know whether the camera is picking that up or not, but you can see the dash cam, and obviously this can be turned around and swiveled, but we'll have a look at this properly in a moment to where it's up to. Let me just click the home button back on there. So yeah, absolutely lovely. I absolutely love this camera, this pop-up camera. This is 350 degrees. You can also make hands-free calls from this, so it connects up to your phone via Bluetooth. The sleek display on this one, the compactness. It's got the 9.3 inch screen. The mount system is wonderful, and as I say, with the camera, put it back down there, and then the camera, as I say, it can just be slotted back down if you wanted to. The screen is seriously responsive. It's probably one of the fastest screens of these units that I've been doing. Again, if you want more information on this one, there are details down in the description below. I just wanted to go into this Vildor app, which took a moment to connect, etc. But if you look at the camera here, I don't know whether you can see. Hello, I've got the camera at the side of me, so that's remotely working the camera. Let me try and pull this camera around so you can sort of see where I'm working at the moment. You can sort of see my setup now, just to prove that this is working. But what we're able to do here is we're able to go into a number of the camera settings that we had earlier. Now let's click so this is the Wi-Fi we're connected to. So we can record live, or we can view what's going on the dash cam. Or more importantly, here are all the files that are on the camera. So if we take a look at some of the driving, so I've just been out for a drive. Here you can see the files here, and then we've also got an option here to download. So I think what we'll do now, we'll before we come back to the camera, we'll download some clips and get some actual dashcam clips in on this video for you. that I've used. So to make the magic happen, click the Android Auto and away it comes. As I say, you've got CarPlay, AirPlay, Android Cast. So you've only just seen the automated way to do this, which is just the way that I personally use this. Love this up and down camera here. You saw earlier 350 degree turns on it, and the swivel neck on the camera, so you can move the camera up and down, left and right. Look at back on the back. So you can swivel the camera around, you can lower it down, line it all up, lower it down. So if you now imagine you were a taxi driver, this is in the window now monitoring your dash cam, and you've got an altercation taking place in the rear of your taxi, quickly swivel this round and you can record what's going on inside your vehicle. So I am liking that such a lot. Download your apps. You can be playing, and say this is Spotify, you've got your Bandcamp, you've got your radio app, your BBC Sounds. It'll connect up to WhatsApp. If your car hasn't got Bluetooth in it for phone calls and things like that, this will do it. I wish on my wish list, the next improvement on this from Carpuride would be a USB slot on it, maybe somewhere a little bit easier accessible. So if you wanted to play your own MP3s, you could put a USB stick on it. It's not a big deal, to be honest, because you've got an amazing amount of music available on Spotify and Bandcamp, and you've got all the radio apps and everything like that. But no, just by far the best Carpuride unit that I have done a review on. And again, there are links there down there in the description. Go and check it out. And this dunk, just so good. The only thing I'm sad I've not been able to bring you a review on with this is the reversing camera. The reason being, I just physically have not got the tools where I am at the moment to take out the rear light connectors and to put in the live wire for the reversing camera. So maybe one day I'll get around to doing that and include it in another video. As ever, there are links down there below in the video if you want to go and find out more about Carpuride. Do go and check it out if you want more of the technical spec. And game changer, isn't it?